Hi, I'm Meg Johnson, and welcome to today's Scripture of the Week, where we identify scriptures that bless our lives and touch our hearts. And so today's Scripture of the Week is in the Book of Mormon. It's 1 Nephi 10, and I've got the link to where you can read it just down below in the description there. So 1 Nephi 10, verse 16. So 1 Nephi 10, verse 16. And Nephi's talking, and he's like, and they've already gone through quite a bit of revelations. They've had quite a few revelations. They've had quite a few trials, quite a few faith testing experiences. They've done quite a lot of things. And then Nephi writes of his dad, Lehi, and all these things of which I have spoken were done as my father dwelt in a tent in the valley of Lemuel, which is Nephi's brother, and Lehi named that valley Lemuel. So Lehi and Nephi and Sam and Laman, I mean, all of them, they're all living in Sariah. They're all living in a tent because they've left their home. And we know that Lehi was wealthy. Like, he was wealthy when they were living in Jerusalem. They had things, they had enough stuff to take to Laban and try to buy those brass plates, you know. But here they are living in a tent because they've forsaken everything. Lehi has just picked up his family and gone into the wilderness just like the Lord asked him to do. And I'm reading my scriptures on my phone right here. Technology is so wonderful. I can have my scriptures wherever I am. But in my paper scriptures, when I was in seminary, when I was in high school, and I was learning about the Book of Mormon in seminary, I underlined this particular line, because he actually says it, Nephi says this a couple of times, as my father dwelt in a tent. And I have that underlined in my paper scriptures from when I was a kid, and in the margin next to it, I wrote a tent. Lehi lived in a tent. And then I wrote the question, what am I willing to give up for the Lord? And after I was paralyzed in 2004, which was when I was 22 years old, I came across that scripture again, that Lehi dwelt in a tent. You know, he gave up his home. What am I willing to give up for the Lord? And I looked down at my paralyzed legs and my paralyzed feet and my paralyzed tummy and my paralyzed back, my paralyzed hands. And I thought, I guess this is it. This is what I'm willing to give up to do what the Lord wants me to do. This is what the Lord asks, and so this is what I'm going to give him. Just because things don't seem like they're changeable doesn't mean that we can't take control of that situation and give it with a grateful heart. Because, you can give a gift and still, begrudge the gift. Like, oh, I don't really want to give that gift. Like I'm in a wheelchair, there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have to be in a wheelchair. I guess there's some very negative alternatives. However, and I don't have to be happy in a wheelchair. I don't have to be satisfied in a wheelchair. I don't have to be smiling from a wheelchair. Like, I could give this gift begrudgingly. Like, Lehi happily left Jerusalem. And yeah, he had some trials and he had some hard days, just like I have some trials and I have some hard days, just like I know you have some trials and you have some hard days. But truly, Lehi gave up his home and all of his belongings. It says that Nephi was born to goodly parents, and they had goods, they had wealth, they had money. Lehi gave that all up. I gave up my legs and my hands, and I choose to do that. Even though I can't do anything about it right now, I choose to give those things up for the Lord, because I know the Lord has a specific plan in mind for me to learn the things I need to learn and do the things I need to do from a wheelchair. And when I'm done, then he's gonna, I'm just gonna get up and walk. It's just gonna be that easy. He's gonna be like, all right, Meg, good job. Stand up now. I'm like, okay. But for now, I'm gonna happily give those things because I'm willing to give those things up for the Lord. So we need to ask ourselves, what are we willing to give up for the Lord? Whether it's a missionary, we're willing to send our sons and our daughters away on missions to faraway places, maybe scary sounding places. Maybe we're willing to give up activities that we love on Sundays. Maybe we're willing to give up our jobs, our money, for tithing. Maybe we're willing to give up. I mean, the list goes on. And you know what it is in your life that the Lord is asking for. Maybe He hasn't taken it per se, like in my case, but you know what it is He's asking for. So really, truly, honestly, let's ask ourselves today, on this Scripture of the Week Sunday, or whatever day you're watching this, let's ask ourselves, what are we willing to give up for the Lord? And then let's give it up. Let's just give it up. Let's just give it up, and give it up happily, because we can, and because we should. So that's our Scripture of the Week. Thank you so much for watching this video and any of the videos that you see here on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you're not already. Come and find me on my website. Follow me on Facebook or Instagram. All those links are down in the description below. And share this video if you think it will uplift somebody in your life. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.